Keir Starmer is somehow still pushing the digital ID thing, wanting people to pay money if they refuse, and also getting community noted on X about what he's saying. Lots of people in the UK are pushing back. This is Grifty says Keir Starmer says if you don't have a mobile phone, you will have to pay £85 every time you need to prove who you are if you refuse to have digital ID. What?
There are some people who may completely flat out refuse to get a digital ID.
Yep.
Will those people be fined?
No, there's no.
Oh, good. No fine. Carry on, guys. We're good.
This is not something you have to carry
Hey, you don't have to do it.
or have to produce or anything like that. And there'll be no fining of people for not having it.
Thank God.
It'll be something which simply makes life a lot easier.
The Prime Minister faced criticism for his digital ID policy, with some people accusing him of presiding over a nanny state. However, today, at an exclusive event, Keir Starmer clarified what the digital ID might actually mean for the public.
For people who don't have a mobile phone, then this isn't mandatory. So you don't have to have it. It will make your life easier if you want it. But you
Wait, so if you have the mobile phone, they want every access to everything on your phone. There we go. There it is. The truth is coming out.
don't have to have it. We're consulting on what other forms of ID would help them. Again, it won't be mandatory. You can still use your passport or your birth certificate or your 3 bank accounts if you want, however many times. You can choose to pay £85 to a company to prove that you are who you are.
There it is. Wow. He's like, you don't have to use it. You can provide a company your birth certificate or your passport and pay them £85. And you don't need to use it.
Every time you need to. Or you can take the easy route, which is get digital ID.
So the easy route is, instead of just the way it is right now, and it's perfectly fine, you're now forcing people to join the digital ID. And if they don't do that, then you're adding a tax to them that previously was not there. And that's going to make it easier for people? What?
Keir Starmer claims digital ID is the easy route. But if there's no fine against not having one, would you take it up?
There is a fine. It's a hidden tax. Keir Starmer himself. Digital ID has the potential to transform our day-to-day lives. Now, before I play this video, I want to draw attention to, there's a community note. Readers added context. Most Brits disapprove of digital ID. Many groups have raised genuine concerns about a slippery slope where digital ID is used for increasing parts of society, shown by proposals to extend digital ID to kids. Digital ID is widely seen as unnecessary overreach and threat to privacy. So the community note is just countering him, saying this is great and fine and nothing to worry about, guys.
So I'm in Brighton today. This is Barclays Bank, and I've been talking to customers about digital ID, and they're really enthusiastic.
They're so excited. They can't wait. Everyone's just on board with this.
It'll have your basic information on it for everything other than...
Okay, so they're going to retarded people that have no idea what the impact of this actually is. If you only tell someone the good parts of stuff and they don't think about the bad parts, of course they're going to be on board with it. So what he's doing right now is manipulating the image of the situation by finding a bunch of dolts and being like, here's all these great things we're going to do for you. Does that sound great? Heck yeah, cool.
Proving you've got a right to work, it won't be mandatory. You don't have to have it, but you can have it. You can use it for anything that...
Hey, you don't have to have it yet. That's the one word that he's forgetting to say here. And this is what governments do. Oh, it's just temporary. Income tax is just going to be temporary, guys. I'm sure. Actually, we're going to make this mandatory now that enough people have taken it on. It's just easier if everyone just has it, guys. Just wait. Just wait.
Requires identification. And there are lots of things. If you want to rent, for example, if you want to apply for a mortgage, if you want to...
Showing like the most retarded people. It's like, oh.
Get your child into primary school, there's a catchment area, and you've got to show where you live, proving who you are.
Like, nobody likes this guy. How hard did they have to work to curate this group of people to stand around him and make them look interested? How much money are they getting paid? Is it a cult? Are they excommunicated if they stand up against him?
What your date of birth is will just be able to be done with digital ID. They're really up for it. I think once you understand just how much easier it'll make life, so many more people will be too.
Yeah, I bet. Man, the UK is going to hell in a handbasket, guys. This is Matt Vickers, MP, the Deputy Chairman, Conservatives, Shadow Minister of the State for Policing and Crime, Stock and West. He says, digital ID must be scrapped. We don't want it. We don't need it. Most importantly, here we go. We didn't vote for it. Please to sign this important letter. It's from Rupert Lowe, another MP, Great Yarmouth MP. They said, opposition to digital ID continues to build in Parliament. Deputy Chairman of Conservative Party, Matt Vickers, is the latest signature on the letter. Thank you, Matt. A cross-party team effort. This is how we can stop digital ID. So literally, there is infighting in the UK government against Keir Starmer, who's pushing this forward. And look at all the people that have signed this, addressing Keir Starmer. Dear Prime Minister, we are writing to register our profound and passionate opposition to your reported plans for a compulsory UK-wide digital identity scheme. Such a policy would represent an unprecedented level of state control over British citizens. This is a fundamental change to the relationship between the individual and the state. It's dangerous, intrusive, and deeply un-British. Is it? I don't know. I feel like it kind of goes back to the roots of Britain, but it risks building the foundations of a surveillance state, one that will inevitably expand in scope over time. The slippery slope. Yep. We urge you to abandon these plans immediately. At the very least, you must commit to bringing any proposal before Parliament for full scrutiny and a free vote, and to fully consulting the public before attempting to impose such a drastic measure on a reluctant country. The British people do not want this, and the British people do not need this. Ask yourself, by the way, if he's not open to offering it up to a vote, why would that be? Maybe because he knows that it's going to be voted down and he wants this to go through, because why? Why? Is he potentially in the back pocket of the World Economic Forum? Is it maybe beyond potential? Compulsory digital ID would mark a dangerous and permanent shift in the balance of power between government and governed. We will oppose it at every stage. Yours sincerely. And look at all these MPs that have signed this. That is insane. That is insane. And it's still not stopping him. Still pushing forward. This is from Reclaim the Net. They said, UK expands Online Safety Act to enforce preemptive censorship for priority offenses. So on top of that, we have them, in addition, now expanding the Online Safety Act. Remember, we were just talking about that slippery slope, like, I don't know, a few seconds ago? Well, here we go. Britain's push for online, quote unquote, safety drifts into the realm of digital pre-crime, where algorithms decide guilt before anything gets seen. Holy shit. Minority Report is turning into a fucking documentary. The UK government is preparing to expand the reach of its already controversial censorship law, the Online Safety Act, with a new set of rules that push platforms towards preemptive censorship. The change would compel tech companies to block material before users can even see it, under the claim of stopping cyber flashing and content, quote unquote, encouraging or assisting serious self-harm. Now, I need to stop right there and say this is a massive issue, because whenever they make stuff like this as part of something, it opens it up to interpretation. And then when you can interpret it, you can start pushing an agenda and curbing and creating censorship to ensure your agenda is the one that gets seen out there. On October 21st, the government laid before Parliament a statutory instrument titled the Online Safety Act 2023 Priority Offences Amendment Regulations 2025. This legal mechanism, used to amend existing legislation without requiring a full new act, adds 2 additional priority offenses to Schedule 7 of the OSA: encouraging or assisting serious self-harm, defined in Section 184, Cyber flashing, derived from section 66A and 66B of the UK sexual offences. By classifying these as priority illegal content under section 59 of the OSA, the government triggers the law's strictest obligations for the online platforms. Section 10 of the Act lays out the steps companies must take to remain compliant, steps that go far beyond traditional moderation. This is the problem. Oh, we create a problem, and now we're going to sell you the solution to it. Government in bed with all these KIDs, all these companies that seem to be the solution to the problem that all of a sudden became a problem that was never an issue before. Now it's a problem, but we have solutions for it that we can sell to you. It's amazing. What the hell is cyber flashing? What is cyber flashing in the UK? Here's a breakdown of cyber flashing. Cyber flashing is when someone sends a photo or video of that or explicit image without the recipient's consent. Okay, so here's the thing. Again, this is open to interpretation and can be warped. When it says an explicit image, you need to start defining these things. What is explicit? And then warping that, because as time goes on, people start to get more and more panties in a bunch and say, oh, now this is explicit. Now this is lewd to me. Now we need to arrest people for this. And sure as shit, it turns into a nanny state as time goes on. Platforms required to employ preemptive censorship systems designed to prevent individuals from encountering priority illegal content and mitigate and manage the risk of the service being used for the commission or facilitation of a priority offense. In reality, this means social networks, forums, and messaging services will need to automatically block or filter posts that algorithms believe might fall under this is the problem. Now that this is like the really scary part about AI, this is the beginnings of it. Now that they have the ability to implement AI, it's going to start becoming law, and AI starts deciding what's okay and what's not. Do they not realize the road that this goes down when you start doing that? Holy shit. They will also have to implement rapid takedown procedures. Failure to comply will result in massive penalties, fines up to 10% of the company's global revenue, $23 million. Holy shit. Whichever is greater, 10% of the global revenue or 23 million. This is a grift from the government. They just want money from these companies. They're inventing ways to get mad just to hold them accountable and take money from them. Such broad obligations virtually guarantee that companies will err on the side of over-censorship. Exactly. When you draw a big gray area, it goes into hardcore 1984 censorship. Holy shit. To avoid multi-million pound fines, many will likely suppress borderline or even entirely lawful speech. Yep. Oh, but it's okay, guys, because digital ID is not a problem. What could possibly be an issue in the future? I couldn't even imagine any situations where these two things would run into each other. No. Automated moderation systems in particular are prone to misidentifying context, making it easy to imagine cases where posts offered support or suicide prevention advice could be flagged as encouraging self-harm. Yep. And then you get a spot where it turns into, in real life, you see people on a subway getting attacked and you don't want to step in and stop it because you don't want to get arrested for hurting someone. What's emerging is a model of online governance where private platforms are deputized and preemptive censors under the threat of severe financial punishment. While the stated intent might be to protect users from harm, the result is a legal framework that risks silencing legitimate discussion and turning the UK's digital public square into a heavily filtered environment dictated by government-defined categories of acceptable speech, which the truth shall set you free. Unless you're in the UK, then it's going to put you in jail. This is insane. I hope that this is handled in the appropriate way through correct political discourse. The UK is on a collision course with a massive uprising. I mean, I don't even know if you can even talk like that on these platforms, because they always say, oh, you're inciting. I'm like, no, I'm not inciting it. And like this kind of shit you do, something's most likely going to happen. Like, look at history. What are they doing right now? This is insane. This is insane. It's already started in Ireland. I've seen that. Yeah, people are starting to get pissed in Ireland. This is insane, guys. Holy shit. I've covered a lot of the UK stuff. It's getting really scary right now. That's not me trying to like overblow this or anything. I'm like, if this all goes through, yikes. I mean, we've seen the UK already right now, but yikes. My goodness. My hope is that this doesn't happen. But if history of what's happened in the UK is any indicator of their future, I'm not going to be holding my breath on that. But we'll see. But for now, I'll leave that there.